spark, baby. I'm gonna put it like this to you, Mr. Lawler. The fact is, I made a few mistakes. I let my temper get to me. I'll go for that. But the bottom line is now I know what I did wrong, and I'm gonna make sure it goes like this. I will not walk out of this building without that heavyweight title. You can bet that, Jack.
I hope you're right. You carried the belt right here. But don't lose your cool. Don't blow it again. This is your last chance to become a heavyweight wrestling champion.
I'm gonna say it one more time. Whatever it takes to get the job done, I'm gonna get it done. And if you get in the way, or anybody else get in the way, you don't want to be in the way.
Well, gentlemen, it's going to be taking place a little bit later on. Oh, no, wait a minute. What?
Hey, shut up. You shut up, too.
Sir, this interview is between the Atomic Dog and Carl Lauer and myself.
Well, now it looks like the interview's between me and all of you idiots here. Let me tell you something, punk. You want to rip my mask off? You want to try to embarrass me? Huh? Well, you have got something coming to you, I'll tell you that. You want to get a piece of me? I'm ready for you right now.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. Hey, man, that's enough of that. We don't put up with that sort of thing up here on the set. Well, the Atomic Dog is back on his feet. But that was totally uncalled for, completely uncalled for. We're getting more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We'll be back. We'll be back right after we take this time out.
Some fans watch football, but you see a different game with an insider's perspective when you read the new sporting news. Some fans watch basketball, but you see a different game and know who to watch when you read the sporting news. Some fans watch hockey, but you see a different game and know why that team is hot when you read the sporting news. And now you can read the sporting news free when you call now to claim your no-cost 4-issue sporting news mini subscription. Plus, reserve these great sports binoculars free. The Sporting News is now a full-color magazine, packed with the best, most in-depth sports coverage you'll find anywhere. You get all the teams, in season or out. Some fans watch baseball, but you'll see a different game and know what the manager's thinking when you read the Sporting News. Call now for your no-cost 4-issue Sporting News mini subscription. If you like it, get 24 more issues, 28 in all, for 4 easy payments of just $5.99. Plus, get these great sports binoculars free with your paid subscription. Call now and see a different game.
260 pounds from Tehran, Iran, the Iron Sheik. 60 pounds, from Paris Island, South Carolina, the Drill Instructor. This will be 1 pound, 1 ball, 10 minutes.
Well, there you have it, the Iron Sheik going up against the Drill Instructor. Our good friend Fritz just giving the introductions there, and the Iron Sheik taking a bit of a little equal time here.
I think so, and you knew that that was coming simply because the Drill Instructor, you don't get any more patriotic than a member of the United States Marine Corps.
You don't pack the equipment to step onto the battlefield with me. So climb back on top of your camel and go back to the Persian Gulf. USA! USA!
Whoa! The Iron Sheik taking a quick advantage here as he's using the Iranian flag as a battering wedge, and now using that. Oh man, I'm telling you, the Sheik has not changed a bit. I've watched him wrestle for years. He, of course, was the personal bodyguard to the Shah of Iran after he won the gold in the Olympics many years ago. This is a double tough individual, and I'll tell you something, Rob, the Drill Instructor's in for a rough day.
Boy, he certainly is. I wonder, though, with all of the things you hear about bribes and things like that, he won the heavyweight championship in the Olympics, or did he do that legitimately?
No, I'll tell you what, this guy is double tough, no question about that. He is as skilled a professional wrestler as I've ever seen. Former world champion. It's really great today here on World Legion Wrestling to have two former world heavyweight champions competing. The other one, of course, being who you mentioned at the very beginning of the program, in Bob Backlund.
I'll tell you what, that's why it's so exciting to be around World Legion Wrestling right now, because not only do you have the former champion still competing in the ring, but you have Harley Race, the 8-time world champion, who is running the championship committee, and he'll determine who's going to get a shot at the belt and things like that. So you know that this is an up-and-coming place to be.
No question about it. The DI with a full body slam that time, now getting set, moving up on the ropes. All right, the DI moving up on that top rope, getting set, hurdles off the ropes, and the Sheik rolled out just in time. So the Sheik was waiting on that one. The DI, I must say, wait a minute, what's he doing with that boot? That red boot. And it has been rumored in the past that there is a piece of heavy lead in there. Whether or not...
I'll tell you what, he just delivered the boot, and the Drill Instructor having all kinds of problems getting his composure back.
Yeah, the DI's got some problems here, and of course the DI, a double tough competitor, great wrestler, but he's facing a fellow who has had all sorts of international competition, both amateur and professionally, and that, of course, could spell the difference. I don't want to try and preclude any possibilities, because I've watched the DI before, and so have you, and we know that he has a great capacity for all of a sudden coming back from adversity.
But you talk about experience, and experience plays a big part in professional wrestling.
It does indeed. It can make all the difference in the world.
There he goes, loading up the boot again, and I think you're right, Gordon. I think those rumors are true. I think he's got something in there.
Well, you notice it's a red boot. The other one is, well, no, it's red and white. I'm sorry. That one confused. In behind his man, waist cinch. Belly to back suplex. Well executed by the Iron Sheik. The Iron Sheik getting his man in position now. And
he took too much time. Well, no, he didn't either. I thought he was going to take too much time there, Gordon.
so the winner of this first match here on World Legion Wrestling is indeed, and his first appearance here, the Iron Sheik.
Nothing is more important than your family's good health. And now you can take care of yourself and your family the natural way, without synthetic drugs and prescriptions. It's all right here in the Journal of Natural Health. Each issue gives you page after page of important medical information in easy-to-understand terms you may not find anywhere else. Learn how to use herbs, vitamins, and minerals to ease the pain of arthritis naturally. Help restore health to an enlarged prostate. Sleep peacefully through the night. Cool hot flashes and decrease the mood swings of menopause. Ensure a healthy sex life. And ease the misery of colds and allergies, all without synthetic drugs and prescriptions. Call toll-free to receive an entire year's subscription to the Journal of Natural Health. It's a $44 value, yours free. And when you call now to reserve your free subscription, you'll also receive $10 off toward your first purchase of any all-natural health formula from White Wing Labs. So call and order the Journal of Natural Health, yours free, right now.
Break the hammer, Valentine!
Championship event here, and I'm so glad to see that Harley Race and the World Legion Wrestling has brought back out the 2 out of 3 falls to determine a championship. I've always felt the 1 fall situation was... uh-oh, wait a minute. Valentine wasting no time in trying to take advantage of the dog, and that's once again where experience takes over.
Ooh, boy, what a chop. I tell you what, Gordon, and I don't mean this to sound like it could be a fluke, but I mean, you could get a quick pinfall, surprise a man, and 2 out of 3 gives both competitors a chance to get in there and do their thing.
Precisely, as we're seeing right here, Greg Valentine very quickly took advantage of the dog, and if he were to take this fall, that would give him the title in the standard 1 fall situation. So I'm glad to see we've gone back to the 2 out of 3 days.
And that's exactly what I was trying to explain, is that you can't quick attack a guy and win the title with 1 fall. You've got to do it 2 out of 3, and it's going to take some time to get the job done. You've got to be in shape. You've got to be able to wrestle a man for 25, 30 minutes in order to win that title and be a true champion.
Kevin Sharp, of course, is the referee, and the Atomic Dog into the 2nd ring rope, and Greg Valentine really pressing his advantage here. This is the WLW Championship. We do have standby matches in the event this does not take up the balance of our television time.
Despite the fact that the Hammer is a ring veteran, he may be taking a little bit too much time here, Gordon.
Well, he's a very deliberate competitor. He's much like his dad, who was one of the greatest competitors of all time, Johnny Valentine. Johnny was a very, very deliberate, very methodical man in the ring. Greg has the same mannerisms in the ring. There's no wasted motion. There's no wasted effort. He doesn't burn a calorie. He doesn't have to.
Well, that was what I was talking about, where he kind of played to the crowd right there. But I guess he wants to get the dog up in a certain position so he can get him coming off the ropes here.
Dog staggers back to his feet, and he's dropped by Greg the Hammer once again. All right, the dog caught solidly in the lower abdomen that time by Greg the Hammer, and the Hammer winding up again, getting set. He's going for the figure 4. He's got the figure 4. Let's see if he's got it cinched in properly. He's got the dog in a world of hurt here.
And the bigger problem for the dog is that he is in the middle of the ring. There's no way he can get to the ropes unless he works it around, and that means that he's going to have to stay in that hold for a minute, and that's even worse on the legs.
Well, he may have to concede. And once again, if he concedes, that puts him 1 fall down, but there are still 2 falls to go unless Greg were to take 2 straight, which could happen.
There it is.
Yep. So Greg the Hammer Valentine using that figure 4 leg lock.
And you notice that, like you said, the dog kind of conceded early on, even though you can tell his knee is hurt. Could have been hurt a lot worse had he withstood that and held out a little bit longer, but he recognized that he still has 2 more falls to go.
Yep, it was good strategy here in this point, and looks like Kevin got busted in the nose in that altercation, and so we've got 2 casualties out there right now. Well, we'll be back for the second fall in this match right after we take this brief timeout.
Gordon, right?
Yeah. Have you ever worked with anything high-tech?
No.
Thank you for the resume.
But we're looking for someone with
more education.
Some experience.
What you don't know can hurt you. So let ITT Tech help. Call 1-800-446-4130 for an informative brochure. That's 1-800-446-4130.
Next.
The jobs of tomorrow are here. Thousands of them, waiting to be filled. But you have to know the fields they're in, and you have to have what it takes to master those fields. Because you can't get the jobs of tomorrow until you get the skills of today.
Start by calling ITT Technical Institute. We'll send you an informative brochure on tomorrow's careers and what it takes to get them. Call 1-800-446-4130.
All right, the bell is rung, and we've replaced the referee. Kevin Sharp was injured during that first fall of this championship event. John Cohn is now the official in charge, and Greg Valentine very quickly closing in, trying to take complete advantage, number 1, of the Atomic Dog, who had a injured knee in that figure 4 leg lock, and of course also trying to take the advantage of the fact that he's got a brand new referee in there.
Well, he was working up high there, but you see that he has his leg draped over the rope, and he was putting pressure on that. I'm not sure that there was more pain from the chops or more pain from the knee that was draped over the rope and pinned in there, and he put some pressure on it as he's doing right there.
Well, of course, that's the thing you have to do in any competitive sport when it's combat. You go after that injured party, the injured portion, and that's exactly what he's doing here with the dog. And I'll tell you the truth, the situation that happened here at the desk at the very beginning of our program may have a hand in all that happened, or all that's happening now in the ring.
How the world kind of turns, so to speak, because his good friend comes up and attacks him during the open, and then he has to come right out, though the dog beginning to fire back.
And the Atomic Dog throwing out some hard rights and lefts, and then smashes Valentine's head into that wooden barrier. Valentine is down. He's down outside the ring. And now the Hammer being rolled back in there by the Atomic Dog. He knows he's got to take that pinfall. If he's going to get it, has to be in the center of the ring. And Valentine now trying to stall for time. There goes the dog closing in, drives a boot to the midsection. Caught him with a headbutt that time, and Valentine collapses to the canvas. And so how quickly the dog has turned the tide of this battle. Dog tried for a pinfall that time. Valentine still capable of getting away from it before a pinfall actually took place. Full arm drag and twist. Russian leg sweep. Hooks the near leg, goes for the pinfall. Valentine rolls out of it. Got that shoulder off in time.
Well, he never really did get his body on there in a full press. He just kind of hooked the leg.
Right, exactly. He didn't have that full pressure on him. Caught him with a lariat that time coming off the ropes. Valentine is down, and now is the dog going to go for a figure four, or no, being warned about the referee. And so the dog sorely tempted, and I can't say that I blame him, but Valentine catching the brunt of that attack in the lower abdomen, and Valentine outside the ring ropes. Technically, the dog cannot pursue him at this point in time. Of course, the referee will be tolling a count here shortly.
Just the wrong kind of count for the dog.
Yeah.
He's got to get the 3 count in the middle of the ring, and he got something in his eye. Valentine poked him. He's swinging at anything right now. Valentine
using a thumb very effectively. Closing in on the dog once again. Good forearm to the side of the head of the Atomic Dog. Chop into the throat by Greg Valentine. And the Atomic Dog down 1 fall already. Could be in trouble as he catches another lariat coming off. And so the Atomic Dog, who looked for a moment like he was going to turn the tide of this battle, is back in serious trouble with the Greg Valentine.
Valentine that time making the dog hit the high notes.
In with a vertical press. Not enough to keep the brawny shoulders of one Atomic Dog on the canvas, however. And Valentine a little wary, not going for a totally exposed vertical press on this. Again, he releases those shoulders up just in time.
Makes you wonder, he's expending an awful lot of energy trying to keep him down, and even from the down position, the dog seems to be winning the battle of strength here.
He is a little more clearly defined, I think. A boot to the midsection of the Atomic Dog by Greg the Hammer Valentine, and then an elbow to the top of the skull. Overhooks the head. Vertical suplex by Greg Valentine. Lateral press. Did not hook the far leg, and did not have himself really cinched down. Again, he tries that sort of a vertical press. I don't like to second guess him as a competitor, but to me, he's not getting enough of his full body weight on the dog.
And I think he's expending an awful lot of energy here, Gordon. When you're talking about going as long as they're going to have to go, you would think he would be wanting to get into a position where he could get a quick fall and get out of here with the title. Already up 1 fall to none.
Both men now beginning to show the effects of this match. There's in addition to the physical contact of it, there's a tremendous amount of emotional and mental stress out here, because that gold belt is on the line, the WLW championship belt. Both men have slowed considerably. Now, side headlock by the Atomic Dog, and look at that beautiful suplex by Greg Valentine.
Yeah, but he was doing that on instinct, Gordon.
Well, and that's so true, but that's the signature of a great wrestler, is he can operate on instinct. Yep. Dog had a leg outside the ring. That forces the break. Dog coming up very slowly now. Valentine giving him a helping hand, then a chop into the throat. Irish whip into the ropes. Tried to spear him, but there he goes. That's a deep double underhook, but I'll tell you what, the dog calls it his dog catcher, and nobody does that dog catcher better than the Atomic Dog. So he evens the series here at 1 fall each.
Steve Murphy standing by with one of the newest faces to World Legion Wrestling. He is the Iron Sheik. First of all, pleasure for me to come from oldest country in the world, Tehran, Iran, to the wrestling country, a special world legend wrestling in Missouri. I want to say thanks to the promoter, Mr. Harley Race, one of the greatest all-timer all over the Asia, all over the Japan. They know about the King Harley Race. Call me, said Sheik, come to the St. Louis, Springfield, and I want to show all my wrestling friends I'm here for one reason. I know we have another greatest like Mr. Bob Backlund, 6 years WWF champion. I wrestled with him in the Madison Square Garden, and another one, Hollywood blonde Hulk Hogan in the Madison Square Garden. Now, my pleasure to the King Harley Race. Call me, tell me, Sheik, come over here to the wrestling country, a special world legend wrestling territory or area to show all young generation what is wrestling about it. I don't have to talk about myself too much. All intelligent wrestling fans, and special my old good friend Mr. Golden Soli, know about the Khosrow Vaziri, Aaron Sheik, AAU champion, WWF champion, Olympic 68 Mexico City champion, coach for American team, Munich, Germany. I make to be Dan Gable, 149 pound from Waterloo, Iowa, the greatest in the Olympic Munich, Germany. Also, I was the first human being. I come to the Minnesota Midwest. Mr. Gania know I make the Minnesota Wrestling Club 5 years AAU champion. That's because Mr. Gania, Mr. Harley Race, they know about the Aaron Sheik. So since Shah Viran bodyguard to I come to the greatest wrestling country, Madison Square Garden, and now world legend wrestling. I'm gonna show sooner or later I'll be #1 again, or I'll be the one of the best coach or best manager for my brother or young generation in this area. Ya Allah, Ya Muhammad, Assalamu alaikum.
He sounds ready for the competition. Let's go back to the ring.
All right, and so Kevin Sharp is returning now to the ring. He was injured early, and Kevin Sharp is saying, no, I'm fine. He got a pretty well bloodied up nose, but Kevin Sharp is a doubly tough competitor himself, great referee, and he said, no, let's get on with it here.
And you've got a double count going right now because neither man seems ready to answer the bell.
Yep. Greg Valentine coming up. Valentine coming up very slowly. The dog. This match has taken its toll.
Valentine doesn't get up, that's it, right?
I would think so. He's on his feet, but the dog looking for some stimulation from the crowd here at Remington's. Valentine backing away, and he's pleading for more time. Dog lashes. Valentine smashed into the turnbuckle on the far side. And now the dog, and he may be making a round trip with him here.
Like the old left-hander, he's going to round third and head for home here.
Yeah, he's going to personally acquaint him with the turnbuckles in all four corners.
Yeah, he went across the ring this time, and wow.
Again, the wind knocked out of Greg Valentine. Two count only. Kevin Sharp back in there as referee. Both men are really beginning to show the effects of this match.
But the veteran shows how to break the momentum. He's going to get out of Dodge and go visit with his adoring fans.
Yep, it's a good, smart move on his part. Psychologically a good move. Greg Valentine ambling around the ring, taking his time. The Atomic Dog in the ring. So Valentine has the stall working, but he's coming back to get back. The count is on. Saying something to the referee, complaining. Now that broke the count.
That's all he wanted to do, and then he got back out of the ring, and he'll get a new count now. And if he plays his cards right, he can stay out there for 30, 45 seconds and get his composure back just like he did.
And he short-circuited the Atomic Dog, caught him coming in, and is planting the boots to him now. Right around the kidneys and the lumbar area of the back.
I think he's measured himself, though, Gordon, for that belt a little too soon. He's got some work to do yet.
Yeah, he sure is proud of himself, isn't he?
But he really hasn't accomplished anything yet. He's only won one fall.
It's one each. One each. Now Valentine going for a deep double underhook. Then he changes his mind. Going to try for a vertical suplex. Gets it. Well executed. And those 26 movable vertebrae in the spinal column are not used to that kind of punishment. The hammer comes down, an elbow across the throat of the Atomic Dog. And once again, this battle is taken on a new proportion, but then the dog bounces up just in time.
We talked about instinct earlier, and I think that's all it was for the dog right there, Gordon, was just instinct to get up because he knew something was coming.
Well, they certainly develop a sixth sense out there. A chop into the chest and throat once again of the Atomic Dog by Greg the Hammer Valentine. One fall each, television time remaining. We do have standby matches if necessary. Although our time is rapidly depleting here on World Legion Wrestling. And Greg Valentine moving sharp aside so they can get after the Atomic Dog. The Atomic Dog having some problems there, and he's talking to himself, trying to psych himself up, and he catches a knee right in the middle of the back.
You ever played football and been clipped?
Yeah.
That's what that's like without pads, folks.
Exactly. You drive that knee into the middle of the back. Good suplex again by Greg the Hammer Valentine, and Valentine saying, get over there and count. And he said, well, count what? Comes down across the Atomic Dog once again, catching him in the chest. The count is on, and once again the Atomic Dog rolls the shoulder up. Only a 2 count this time. He was a heartbeat away from that title. The Valentine, Greg the Hammer now looking, he's trying to set up for a figure 4. The dog broke it up.
Boy, he hit that turnbuckle just right with his chest, and it dazed him.
Nice roll up and hook the near leg. Only a 2 count once again. Backslide by the Atomic Dog as he got him. 1, 2, no. Thought he had him.
Greg the Hammer just popped the referee on the top of the noggin with his boot, and looked like it was a little bit more on purpose than you would have thought.
Outside cradle. Reverse Nelson, and the dog almost had himself one. Nice cradle move.
So close to the gold.
Valentine closes in on his man once again. Up against the turnbuckle. Valentine chop into the chest. Oh, you can see the perspiration flying when when that open hand connects with the flesh of the Atomic Dog. Kevin Sharp warning him. And the Atomic Dog now reverses on the Irish whip, and he hurdles into the referee. Kevin Sharp has had a tough time during this championship match.
And he just hit him with a dog catcher. Let's see if he can cover. And if he can cover, can the referee count?
Well,
there's one.
I know he can count. It's the point, can he get over there to count? Got him, got him. What a remarkable recovery by the Atomic Dog. And we'll have the presentation of the belt. I'll tell you what, we'll have that presentation right after we take this brief time out. Don't go away.
Par, birdie. Whoa, par. Must be a Golf Magazine subscriber. Call now for your free trial issue and learn how to shave 3, 4, or 5 strokes off your game. Add 20 yards to your tee shots. Improve your short game. Shoot lower and play the best golf of your life. Call now for your free trial issue of Golf Magazine. If you like it, get 11 more issues, 12 in all for just $19.97. Plus, get this terrific Golf Magazine gear bag free with your paid subscription.
Call 1-800-805-0606 now.
There's no way that I thought you were going to control yourself until you won this. But you have, buddy, and all the accolades that I could stand and say for the next hour wouldn't be enough. I want to present this to you. And I want you to also, Doug, I want to shake your hand, and I want to tell you that you've made wrestling proud, and you made me very proud. Just represent that with your heart and your knowledge in the ring, and you'll be one great world's heavyweight champion. And again, give him a round of applause. He deserves it.
I'm gonna keep this short and sweet, and I'm gonna say, what happened last time, Harley? I apologize. I'm a big man like that. I apologize for hitting you. I'm not gonna say it didn't feel good, but I apologize. This belt belongs to each and every one of you. Every member of the Dog Pound. We gonna kick it up tonight, baby. And again, congratulations.
So we have a brand new WLW World Champion in the Atomic Dog. We'll be back with our standby matches in just a moment.
If you run your own business, you can get a free trial version of QuickBooks from the makers of Quicken. Stay tuned.
That one of your new designs?
That's QuickBooks, my accounting software. I'm using it to write checks for paying bills, even prints them out. I can see who owes me money or how much I made. I even created an invoice using my own logo.
Can it help track their time?
Time tracking and estimating is easy with QuickBooks Pro.
Okay, bring on the free trial.
Call for your free trial. You've got nothing to lose.
Call 1-800-209-4888.
From La Place, Louisiana, Blade Budro! At 280 pounds, from Chicago, Illinois, the Exterminator!
All right, there you have it, the Terminator going up against Blade Budro. Budro, I believe, from Baton Rouge. And I must admit that I am a devotee of Cajun. And Cajun cooking, too, I must admit.
I always figured you to be a hot and spicy kind of guy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Little etouffee, a little, what else could we get in there? All kinds of stuff down there.
Well, crawfish pie.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure.
Little jambalaya.
Yes.
Little filet gumbo.
Yes. You might notice that the Terminator, who's one of his favorite wrestlers, is the late Dick the Bruiser.
Oh, I gotta like that guy.
Well, I'll tell you what. The Bruiser was as tough as they come. Budro, the slighter built of the two. We'll see how well he fares.
I can remember watching the late Dick the Bruiser and Mad Dog Vachon in a number of matches in the old amphitheater in Chicago.
Well, and that's exactly where the Exterminator is from, so... Blade faring well. Notice the lower body construction of Blade. A mighty powerful pair of legs on him. And this can, of course, they're the most powerful muscles in the body, and so consequently it might serve him well.
I would imagine he got that from trying to scissor some of them alligators down there in the bayou.
Could be. Full arm drag and twist here by the Exterminator.
Well, if the Exterminator is a devotee of Dick the Bruiser, then he's a brawler more than a wrestler.
Could be, could be.
I mean, you saw some moves there from him, but I don't remember Dick the Bruiser being a devotee of mat wrestling. He got in there, and when he hit the ring, things started to happen.
Well, he only knew one direction, and that was straight ahead. Wow, the Exterminator using the back of the elbow very effectively that time. Took Blade Budro off his feet into the canvas, and now plants that size 12 right in the throat of Blade Budro. All right, he smashed him into the turnbuckle, and so Blade Budro has got himself a whole passel of troubles here.
The Cajun sensation having his problems here early.
Yes, he is.
Though he's trying to fire back.
Irish whip reversed by the Exterminator. The Exterminator staggered that time as he caught a size 10. Caught it again. Now the Exterminator lashing out. Good move by the Exterminator into a full body slam. The Blade tried to counter that, but couldn't. His forward motion was too far forward, and he could not pull back. Nice attempt at a good counter move by Blade Budro.
I'm not sure that the Exterminator learned this from Dick the Bruiser, because I don't ever remember the Bruiser wasting this much time. When he had a man in a vulnerable position, he attacked.
Yeah, he was full speed ahead at all times. Drives and shoulder into the midsection of Budro again. Exterminator being bothered a little bit by the crowd here, who may be somewhat partisan at Remington's for Blade Budro. Budro down to the canvas. That one stunned him. Elbow down across the chest. And Budro manages to get a shoulder off, and Exterminator complaining about the slow count.
Something tells me that he'd complain if his ice cream got cold.
Yeah, good point. I can't argue that. Using the laces of the boot across the head. And luckily he didn't lacerate him, but that could very easily happen. Now that boot to the midsection was not too terribly effective. A full body slam, however, was. Well, he's way overconfident here if he thinks he's going to get a pinfall that way. That's just not going to happen. And Budro fires back now, a series of right hands. Irish whip off the ropes, caught him with the back of the elbow, stuns the Exterminator, and once again it is Budro closing in. Once again off the ropes, Irish whip. Caught him with a nice flying drop kick. Hooks the far leg. No, sir, did not get the pinfall. Thought maybe that drop kick would have stunned him enough, but it did not. Duck under, go behind. Hooks his man, a variation of a Russian sickle. Lateral press, hooks the leg, scores the pinfall. An outstanding victory for the young man from Baton Rouge, Blade Budro.
Nice move, the variation of the Russian sickle, the gator drop.
Right on. And we'll be back with another match right after this.
Some fans watch football, but you see a different game with an insider's perspective when you read the new sporting news. Some fans watch basketball, but you see a different game and know who to watch when you read the sporting news. Some fans watch hockey, but you see a different game and know why that team is hot when you read the sporting news. And now you can read the sporting news free when you call now to claim your no-cost 4-issue sporting news mini subscription. Plus, reserve these great sports binoculars free. The Sporting News is now a full-color magazine, packed with the best, most in-depth sports coverage you'll find anywhere. You get all the teams, in season or out. Some fans watch baseball, but you'll see a different game and know what the manager's thinking when you read the Sporting News. Call now for your no-cost 4-issue Sporting News mini subscription. If you like it, get 24 more issues, 28 in all, for 4 easy payments of just $5.99. Plus, get these great sports binoculars free with your paid subscription. Call now and see a different game.
From Princeton, Maryland, 230 pounds, Bob Backlund. At 236 pounds, from Phoenix, Arizona, Jade. This will be a 1-ball, 10-minute timer.
Okay, the young man in the blue trunks getting set to move out against Bob Backlund. Bob Backlund, 5 times WWF champion. Young man who was born in Princeton, Minnesota. Was All-American in football, twice All-American in wrestling. NCAA Division II. I met Bobby when he first began his pro career. Our office was about 10 miles from where he was living in Tampa, Florida, and he used to ride his bike every day down to the office and back again. Did not use a car except for long trips. He's in fantastic condition. Let's see how well he does against Lance. Collar and elbow. He pulls him back into the ropes. Now they're into the turnbuckle. Nice reversal by Backlund. Backlund backs away. Lance Jade is the gentleman in the duck under, go behind by Backlund. Got a waist cinch on him. Lance trying to find an escape here if he can. Nice standing switch. Nice standing switch.
Anytime Bob Backlund's involved in a match, Gordon, I have a feeling you're going to see more wrestling moves in about a 10-minute period than you'll see in a whole hour in other areas. Watch that. There's some good amateur moves right there.
Yeah, he's just an outstanding competitor. He really is, and totally dedicated. Leg sweep that time that took Jade off his feet. Lance looking at him. All right.
Hadn't seen anything like that in quite a while.
No, he's so smooth and so fluid in his actions. Fireman carry takedown by Backlund.
He's talking to you. Talking to you, yep. Gordon.
Well, bless his heart. High hip toss by Bob Backlund. Now, I hold a great deal of respect for this young fella. Close in once again. I've noticed one thing about Bobby, though. He seems to be, well, self-assured is one way of putting it.
I was going to say that he just comes across downright arrogant.
Well, to a degree. I've known him so long. Yeah, I hate to say that, but you see, that's the impression I feel that he's making on people, is that he is a bit arrogant. You know?
I've never met him, and I just watched him here for the first time. And I tell you what, look at that. Just strutting around like he owns the world.
Well, I understand he has a lot of ambitions right now. Of course, as a 5-time world heavyweight champion, perhaps he has a right to be,
well,
self-assured. Arrogance, self-assurance.
I'll tell you what. Harley Race is a 8-time champion of the world, and he doesn't have that same. He's down to earth.
Yeah, I have to
little
admit
different appearance there.
Yeah, Bobby Backlund rolls from the ring, and he's got some problems here. That looks like it bothered the lumbar area of the back. And of course, that's one of the great problems that most professional wrestlers end up with, are bad backs. They have a lot of spinal column problems later in life. Oh, wait a minute, Backlund offering his hand now.
You mean Bob has a bad Backlund?
Oh, my. Oh, Backlund in behind his man. Scissored and hooked, and that might be all she wrote. He is really putting the pressure on this guy. He's stretching him. Look at that. Hooks the chin, has the arm hooked, and has the full body scissors on him. Backlund just rearing back. That's got to cut off circulation, air supply, and everything else you can think about. Yeah, he's got him. He's got him, in my opinion. I don't think there's any way that he's ever going to escape from this. He may be losing consciousness. I think he is. He's out. Yep, he's out. He's out. Beautifully executed, albeit somewhat underhandedly by Bob Backlund, but he is the victor.
Is he going to let it go? What's he doing?
Now he's punishing some more. Backlund must not have heard the bell. Backlund must not have heard the bell. Now he's heard it, and now he appears jubilant over his victory over this young fella, who I'm sure will think twice if he ever gets a chance to wrestle against this man on a second occasion.
Boom, 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 boom. Gonna shoot you right down.
Ain't nothing cooler than the blues.
Take you home with me.
It rocks, it rolls, it comes straight from the soul.
Just a little spoon of your precious love. Satisfy my soul.
It's living the blues. Complete. Definitive. It's the kind of collection only Time Life could put together. Start with Blues Legends and get 20 absolutely essential blues classics for just $12.99 on cassette or compact disc.
Now come on, take a little walk with me, Arlene, and tell me, who do you love? Who do you love? Who do you love?
Order now with your credit card and get a free bonus album, Chicago Blues Giants. Then audition other albums. Keep only the ones you want. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Grits ain't grocery, eggs ain't poultry, and Mona Lisa was a man.
So call now and remember, use your credit card and get 2 albums for just $12.99.
To order Living the Blues, call 1-800-818-6565. Use your credit card and receive your free Blues Giants cassette or CD, or send $12.99 plus $3.95 shipping to Living the Blues, Department 7, Richmond, Virginia.
obviously you have to be more than somewhat disappointed over what happened to you.
Well, Gordon, you know me. You know I'm no crybaby. I got some big scars on my forehead. And that maneuver that he calls it, whatever he calls it, it hurts. It hurts like hell. But let me tell you something. I backed into this match because of Harley Race. There's something going on with the Commissioner Harley Race and the dog. They either got to be friends or they're just scared of each other, and that's why they're friends, or they're acting like friends. Because when I initially signed a contract for this world title match, it was supposed to be a Texas death match. I show up tonight, and what happens? It's just a normal old regular wrestling match, no Texas death rules. And so I would like to say that is one reason why I am very disappointed. And another reason, Gordon, I have just found out that the referee for the first round of the first fall and the third deciding fall in that match his name is Kevin. He is the dog's brother.
Well, Kevin Sharp is his name. That was certainly no mystery as far as I was concerned.
Well, it sure was to me because I just flew from Cleveland, Ohio this morning. I got up at 5:30 this morning and I showed up here to wrestle a match. I thought it was a Texas death match. Now I want the dog in a Texas death match. I want him next week. I want him, the dog in a Texas death match. He doesn't have to put the title up. Just let me wrestle in my type of match, the kind of match that my father, Johnny Valentine, would have wrestled. Let me have the dog next week. Texas death match. If you got any guts and you're any kind of man, any kind of champion, you'll sign it, dog.
Well, there you have it. An impassioned challenge by Greg the Hammer Valentine. He wants the Atomic Dog next week, right here on World Legion Wrestling in a Texas death match. Rob, in our closing moments, I would say that knowing Carl Lauer, knowing Harley Race, knowing the commission, we'll have that match.
Well, knowing the Atomic Dog, he better be ready because if he does, he's going to get a very mad man in Greg the Hammer Valentine.
There you have it. So, we'll catch you next week here on World Legion Wrestling. On behalf of Rob Evans, this will be Gordon Soley saying so long from the Show Me State.
This is America One Television, your one choice